Hi, welcome to another edition of Botsplash Talks. My name is Bruce Walker, and I am with our CEO and founder, Aru Anavekar, and we're going to talk a little bit about Botsplash and really what the philosophy of our business is. So Aru, you started the business about 5 years ago, but you had very much of a, let's call it a matrix in mind as you were looking at how the business is structured. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So the idea behind Botsplash was audiences. And who are these audiences? So for us, it's customers, customers, and customers.
So you're saying it's about customers.
It's about customers. So let's break down and see for Botsplash what those customers mean.
That sounds great. So we've got this fancy whiteboard right here.
Let's start.
Why don't you show us?
So my usual philosophy at all times has been using the geometric mechanism of a triangle. Mm-hmm. If you notice, missing one side would put it at an imbalance.
Right.
So when we say customers, you segment them at different sections. One would be enterprise. The next are the agents. And then the customer themselves. Or in our terms, we call them visitors. These are people that come to your website. These are people that call you in. These are people that speak with your agents and essentially want a product or service that your business is providing.
So tell us a little bit about the relationship between each of these, because you have a triangle, you have three sides, and enterprise is related to agents, and enterprise is related to customers, and customers are related to agents. So talk us through that a little bit.
Sure. So if you look at this as a community or an ecosystem, what you're looking at is enterprise is the business provider. The enterprise businesses don't exist if not for the agents that are helping bring business to them, retain business to them, or be there when business comes in. And ultimately, customers are the one that are drivers of business. They are coming in to the enterprise because of their brand value, recognition, reputation. They have certain understanding of, if I go to this brand, Acme, these are my expectations. You don't meet 50%, 60% of that expectation, they'll go find your competition.
So what I'm kind of hearing you say is, we live in a customer-centric business. Everyone talked about the customer comes first. Yet at the top of the triangle, the top of the pyramid, we have enterprise, and customers are over here. But if what I hear you saying is accurate, the enterprise is Botsplash's customers.
Absolutely. For us, this is the whole ecosystem that we care about. Our relationship with the enterprise, how their agents feel through us, and how can we make it better for them to serve the customers of the enterprise, how the enterprise can have insights into every aspect of communication and touch points that have been made with the customer, like an audit trail, like a compliance. Did we follow compliance? Do we store documents properly? Every touch point, because at some point the customer is always interchanging between, I'm talking to a brand, no, I'm talking to a person with whom I'm building a relation towards the brand. So this section here becomes very crucial and important, and for us to make sure this attachment and relationship is held, we want to make sure all the parties that are engaging at all times are beneficial. And the way we start with it is, for the customers, it's the multi-channel approach. Sometimes customers are on text, sometimes we are on call, sometimes on the website. Give them every ability that they can reach out to the agent or the enterprise at any given time.
So in this instance, it could be web chat, it could be SMS text, it could be one of the Facebook Messenger or Google Business Messages channels.
Yep, or it could be something completely new and innovative from the enterprise that we will work with them and build for their customers, because every business is different.
So if this is number one, where do you go next?
Next would be the agents.
Okay.
Because that's the relationship building that needs to be strong to bring the business up to the enterprise. So for the agents, our platform is browser-based. We also have mobile app. And what is more interesting is all of our platform can be integrated into enterprise systems. So log in once, log in into multiple devices, but have all your communications synced so that you feel comfortable whether you're working from home, whether you're maybe on a small trip for lunch or celebrating somebody's birthday, but you never lose the relationship with the customer.
So regardless of where the customer is coming in, the agent has the tools through Botsplash of truly being where the customer is.
Yes.
So through a mobile app, they're able to, if they're on that brief lunch break, still answer those web chats, the SMS texts.
Or take calls.
Or take calls.
So we enable agents to be wherever they need to be for that customer.
So from the agent then, it seems the next step is the enterprise.
Absolutely. Enterprise will have the eyes and ears into everything that is happening, every journey that is built to enable agents to perform better. Do we put 3 agents at a time based on where the customer is on the journey? Do we remove certain agents because we have to time manage or use these resources a little better? So based on everything around the journey of that customer, we move the paths, but at any given time, everything is at one place.
So what do you have in place for the enterprise to use as they're looking at the customer and the agent interaction?
The reports, we have customized reports to understand what kinds of conversations are going on, how are trends changing, to have insights on TCPA compliance so that we protect them from not doing something outside of the TCPA compliance hours. So a lot more tools where it's very transparent to them. How do they do resource allocations? When are most techs coming in? How do they perform weekends versus weekdays? So a lot more so that they get the right understanding to manage their teams.
So it starts here, moves to here, moves up to the enterprise, and then it starts all over again.
It repeats, it's a cycle.
That's fantastic. So this is the Botsplash Matrix.
Absolutely.
So thank you for joining us. We've learned a little bit about the Botsplash Matrix, how we work with customers, agents, and enterprise, and we hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more. My name is Bruce Walker.
I'm Aru Anavekar.
And you're watching Botsplash Talks.